Now with Nigel, waiting to check in. We're now inside the transit area, waiting for a plane. We're gonna have a bit of a bite first, and then we will head over to the check-in area. Having a bit of food before we board the plane. Plane leaves at 6:50. I think boarding time is 5:50. Still got 1 hour to kill at least. He's wearing slippers. I'm wearing shoes and pants. Evidently they are boarding already.
Because I got some rods specifically for gearing and jigging.
Okay. It's a really small plane. That is the cockpit.
So there's no more space.
And that is the toilet. Cockpit toilet.
Oh, the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just came from the arrival area. We've just reached the pit stop for today. We just arrived from our flight and we'll be bringing down for a bit of rest before we head off to Mulah tomorrow morning on another ferry. This is the Malay fish market. One of the oldest tackle shops in Malay. We're trying out the new cafe. This is Park House, our stay in Malay for today before we head to Mulah tomorrow. We do have 2 separate beds, but I say separate. We'll move this apart maybe later, possibly, probably. I hope so. It is sufficient. It's more than sufficient. Has everything we need so far, even as a TV. So it's all good. Internet is extremely slow. It appears to have jammed as well. There we go. How's the bed? Yeah, the bed is quite hard, but it will be sufficient for one night, I think. And he's just noticed the TV. And can we please separate the beds? Thank you. It's almost midnight now, local time. Singapore time is about almost 3 a.m. We're about to head to bed. Beds have been separated. And wake up early tomorrow morning, maybe about 6:30, 6:15. Have an early breakfast. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get a few drone flights around here. If not, I can come back on Friday. And then we'll take the ferry, a 3-hour ride to Mulah. So that 5-hour journey in the plane was quite long. 3-hour journey in the boat might feel longer, but at least we'll be able to see what's happening as opposed to the plane, which was quite cramped. And we were in the aisle seats, 3x3, right at the front as well, 3rd row from the front. It was very noisy, so we'll on the way back we'll see if we can change it up, maybe sit at the back, see if it's quieter. We can get some rest as well. We'll be arriving in Singapore on Saturday at 4 a.m. so it's going to be a long day for that one. So hopefully we can get some shut-eye on the plane. So it's 6:15 a.m. now, 6:30. It's light out actually. There's a bit of light, quite a bit of light. So the brain is a bit confused with the body clock, with the change in time, but the body is not. So we've had about 6 hours or slightly less of sleep. We were awoken by the simultaneous alarm clock of all our phones, which seemed to have synced up their clocks, so that was quite odd. We're just gonna have a bit of breakfast once it's ready, maybe have a proper shower before we head off. We've only got about 1 hour to get everything ready to leave. So evidently this is neither one of ours. It's just left here in the room. So this is our breakfast. Morning, it's 7:15 now. We're having a bit of breakfast. In about 15 minutes we have to leave for the ferry. Then we head over to Mulah, 3-hour ferry ride. We are heading to the jetty now, which brings us to the ferry that will ferry us to Mulah. It's a busy morning for all Maldivians. It's a work day today, so you can see the traffic is fairly heavy. So now we are at the harbour area. This is where we'll board the ferry to head over to Mulah. So just have a look around. It's quite a pretty place, quite decent. The water is very clear. Boats don't seem too run down. It looks quite cool. boat was delayed for about 45 minutes to fix the propeller, but it's fixed now a bit early, 20 minutes. I just got the drone up for a tiny bit before we had to leave. So now we're heading for the boat and onward to Mulah. So the ferry is going to leave in about 2 minutes officially. Then we'll have the 3-hour journey straight over to Mulah, and then we'll have a closer look there. Alright, cool.
Customized railing for bazookas, very friendly for fishermen. This is our room. Second floor from the top. It's actually the third floor. The one upstairs is just a roof terrace, a bit of shade. The sun is unbearably hot though. Not as bad as Tekong, says Nigel. I feel that it is actually worse than Tekong. Power sockets, we have one there, one behind the bed here. We had to separate the beds, and yeah, I believe that's all. But okay, I moved quite near the second one. You can just fix the guide, you'll be still alright.
No, don't need lah. It's just oh, it's a salty fighter.
Yeah. We've tried to stack some more.
Oh, the salty fighter broke. That's not a good sign. Okay. So this is the jetty that is somewhat in front of our guest house. We have to walk just a bit, maybe about 1 minute, and then we reach here. So I probably won't be fishing too much right now. I've got a lot of gear to use, record, and note down everything for you guys. So we're going to check out the boat now. It looks pretty similar to what we'll be using tomorrow. So everything was a bit rushed today, but we are looking good.
Water is exceptionally clear. Blue waters. It's quite an amazing sight actually, to be honest. It literally is quite blue. It's a bit odd, but it's quite cool. So this is the type of boat that we're using tomorrow. Very similar to this. Is it? You saw, is it? We saw parrotfish. Nigel saw parrotfish. Nigel just crossed line with this guy, and once Nigel untangled his line, he caught a fish. Tiny little black fish. I'm not sure what it is. Definitely a coral species. Nigel's using his lure rubber right now. I'm using a crankbait. Not much luck with the normal baits. Our bait presentation is actually not too bad. I wouldn't say it's the best in the world, but it's not too bad. The water is pretty clear, so bait presentation is an important thing. We're just not getting a distance that we want. Nigel had a miss just now on a red snapper, I believe. One of the red snappers, a red bass. Tail got bitten off. What fish was it? No idea what fish it was. So it looks like we're getting results now. We didn't have much luck with our lures. So now maybe we'll move to rubbers. We just came back from fishing. One was at the jetty and the other was
in the beach through a hidden path that one of Ali's friends brought us to. The flies, the mosquitoes there were insane. I mean, they were actually swarming around me and just biting non-stop. That was insane. Oh, and then there was the multiple incidents where the crows kept attacking my drone. I really don't know why, but I managed to scare them off every time. So the fish weren't really biting. Nigel managed to get a garfish, and one other fish, I forgot what it was. That was at the second spot that Ali's friend brought us to. So that was much better, but the waves were quite interesting. And they just leapt over the sand beach and stole quite a few slippers, but they returned them. They returned them after a while. So tonight at about 8 p.m, Ali's friend has invited us to join him fishing at a spot where there are supposedly quite a few GTs. So we will try that out tonight.
We're going to catch the sunset now. There is little to no traffic on the Mulah island. There are a few cars and motorbikes though. And just straight down this road is the harbour area. This will be our boat tomorrow.
And lunch and the drinks. Lunch we will arrange here. We will take some sandwiches.
just came back from taking photos of the sunset, videos of the sunset, playing the drone there. Hopefully you like that small bit. This is the community broadcast. They are watching Maldivian Idol tonight. So it's on a projector screen. And they have all the seats here. Now we are going to try out night fishing. We just saw 3 stingrays swimming around here. There is no issue with catching them, but most of the locals don't eat stingray, and they do not have sambal.
Yeah, small. Oh, it's really small kitty. Yeah. The first caught.
Okay. It's the same size as the leo.
Yeah. It's nice to have a fry.
Do you want the fish?
No, we'll put it back. Yeah.
So Nigel just caught a small baby GT while I was setting up my drone. So that's quite cool. So the fishing at... Why is there a white spot on your butt? Okay.
It's from the hotel, right? It's the red one, right?
He shit his pants, I think.
Yeah. Maybe from the bench evening?
Possibly.
Real Madrid बदल तो हम बेल लगवानी अनि आगे गिना मस्त आता था इसको.
Oh, sambal kangkong. Is it kangkong? Alright, man.
Good, good.
Yeah, my favorite.
Eat a lot. Singaporeans eat a lot of kangkong. A lot of Thai people, they do rice and kangkong, you know.
Yeah, man.
That's the main dish. This is very hard. You have to suck it first.
Two. What? Bro, do you accept US dollars?
Yes.
Okay. So we've just come back from having dinner. It's about almost 10 o'clock right now. Local time for Singapore time is almost 1 a.m. We're gonna fish tomorrow from about 5:30 in the morning to about 8:30, and then we'll head back, have a bit of a breakfast, and just look around before we head off again in the evening at about maybe, I'm not sure what time actually, before we head out in the evening again for another spot of fishing. So right now we're just trying to get all our tackle ready for tomorrow. Hopefully we get some big fish. No idea what Sean is setting up at the window. Seems like we're holed up fighting some zombie resistance.